Title: Highway Heroine Vanishes, then pops up at home. What's the real scoop? TLDR, a 25-year-old Alabama woman, Carlethia Nichole Russell, disappeared under mysterious circumstances after reportedly spotting a child walking alone on the interstate. She mysteriously returned home 2 days later, leaving more questions than answers. Strap yourselves in, folks, for a rollercoaster of a tale, one that might leave you questioning your very own eyes and ears. It's about Carlee, our highway heroine, who, in a blink of an eye, vanished into thin air, only to appear again like a David Blaine stunt. Carlee, a seemingly ordinary Alabamian woman, had been cruising down I-459 after a long workday, probably jamming out to her favorite tunes. But, here comes the plot twist. She spots a young kiddo walking all alone on the side of the interstate. Mom instincts activated, she pulls over, dials up 911, and a family member. But, then, poof. She's gone. Cops found her right in her cell, but no Carlee or kid. The 911 call. Still open, but silent save for the hum of the interstate. Her mom, Talitha, shared the eerie last words heard from Carlee, asking the child, "Are you okay?" Then, a scream, and the disturbing sound of silence. Frantic searches, thousands in rewards, and a sea of question marks followed. But then, like an episode from Stranger Things, Carlee just appeared again at her home, all by herself, 2 days later. Carlee was then whisked off to a hospital for a checkup, leaving us all in a whirlwind of wonder. What happened during those 48 hours? Where was the child? Who was the man with the grey vehicle? Is Carlee okay? Now, as we pick our jaws up off the floor, remember, you've got the facts, it's up to you to make sense of them. If you were Carlee, how would you explain this bizarre series of events? And what on earth is the lesson here? But most importantly, would you ever stop your car on the highway to help a child, knowing you might end up starring in the next episode of Highway Heroine?